Hey folks, I'm attorney Roger P. Foley. I'm driving home and I'm going to talk a little bit about personal injury and why it's important to choose a law firm that you're comfortable with, that you know that someone's going to return your phone calls, give you updates, fight for you. A friend of mine called me yesterday, shot me a text and said, hey, my kid got into an accident and broke his arm. The other people were cited for it was their fault. They ran a red light or whatever, right? So clearly a negligence case where you could assign fault to the other party. And I said, okay, well, just tell him to call me. He goes, well, here's the thing. This happened several months back. He got injured, broke his arm, totaled the car, and he hired one of America's largest law firms. And he sometimes gets a call back from a case manager, never speaks to the attorney, doesn't even know the attorney's name, goes for his treatment, but doesn't really have any updates, doesn't have any communication. So my buddy said, hey, would you take over the case? And I go, love you, brother, but probably not. And he goes, can you explain why? I go, well, the other law firm, right, they're going to lien the file. And when they lien the file, they're going to add up all of their billable hours and make a claim. So is it really worth for a second attorney to get on the case, right? Do I want to pick up a case from another law firm who's going to bill out some ridiculous amount of money, and in effect, I'm going to work for free? Or have to have court hearings on it. I don't want to do that. It's not worth it. Now, the part that stinks for you, the consumer, you, the injured person, is if you don't choose wisely and you only choose because of a commercial, or you only choose because there's a billboard on the side of the road, I don't know. What do you expect? And I say that not to be but it's important, it's imperative that you interview a little bit. I know that law firms think, hey, you show up, or they come to see you at your hospital, you feel obligated to sign. You don't. Talk to the person, talk to them on the phone, tell who's going to handle my case, what attorney's going to be signed, who am I going to have contact with. Right? If the case manager changes every 6 months because they got turnover, or the person never calls you back, well, how does that help you? Sometimes the mom and pop is a lot better than the corporate type business, right? Small law firm, huge law firm. When someone calls me on their slip and fall, on their car accident, their trucking accident, their motorcycle accident, right? Their boating accident, their nursing home, they're always going to end up getting me on the phone. That's just the reality of it. It's mom and pop. My name is out there. My job is to give you everything I got. So I'm not saying that a big law firm's always bad, because sometimes I have to bring in large firms to help me. Right? Because they have resources and they have manpower. But you know what happens even on those cases, folks? I stay in contact with my client. The client has a question, they can call me directly. Even if let's say it's a case that I can't handle, or it's too complex for my niche, I'm still a point of contact. I'm going to understand. I'm going to be speaking to the other attorney because we're in effect partners, right? Co-counsel. Or even if I'm forwarding the case, you always got me. I'm always there. I'm not going to run away. Again, my name's on the paperwork. So I think that's a lot. That goes for a lot of small law firms. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I'd rather be mom and pop than corporate. That's my philosophy. What's yours? See ya.